Good morning. Hope we're okay here this morning. That took a long time to go live this morning. Okay. Good morning. Let's put a nice big happy face on this morning. Okay. Just wait for everyone to get on. Oh. So we're doing our practice today is a pranayama and mantra meditation. G'day, Sal. We'll do a tiny little bit of movement first. And of course, this week we're focusing on VISUDDHA chakra, the throat chakra. So remember the throat chakra it's not down here, it's not up here, it's down here. If you swallow, you can feel the little cartilage here near the thyroid cartilage, or where an Adam's apple would be if you're female and you can't feel that. That's where it would be, just below there. So I've got a couple of, here we go. We're all getting on now. Morning, Dawn. Yeah, so that is the focus of the throat chakra, or the position, I should say. All right, who else is going to say hi this morning? I don't know why. I've got to. There we are. I've got to try and remember to tweak my screen so I make sure that I see all the comments as I go along, because they don't always come up. We're on the road, so it may drop out. No worries. A lot of deep breathing last night. Well, it's handy to know these little tricks, isn't it, Sal? Good morning, Karen. Good morning. All right, so let's get going. It's 3 minutes past. Short practice. So as far as some movement is concerned this morning, we're just going to do, some neck mobility stuff. And when we go to do the mantra, you can use your hands or not, either way. So, think about if you're doing your own sort of movement warm-up, think about the shoulders. We're going to be moving the shoulders. So if you have, issues with your shoulders, just be aware of that. Okay. So just take a moment to settle down into your seat. Good morning, Pam. Feeling where you come in contact with the support beneath you. And notice how you feel this morning, what you've brought to your practice. So physically, emotionally, energetically, mentally. And remember, try not to go into story about what you find here. Best you not use your arms then, so. But just notice what you find and leave it at that. Just be curious. Okay. You can always come back and investigate later if you like. And then feel into the the muscles of the neck. G'day, Shell. Just getting started. So just feeling into the muscles of the neck after you've had a little check-in. Now, what I want to do here is not try and stretch out the muscles, okay? What I want to do here is just start to mobilize the neck a little. So it's you know, just having gentle little movements. So I'm making kind of little tiny circles. If you think about the crown of your head, making little circles above you, just tiny little circles. It's very easy to go in and really try and stretch it out. Let's not do that today. Let's just feel in as we make some gentle movements. So I'm starting with little circles. You may have been, called to do some other movement. That's okay. You don't have to follow what I'm doing. Just do your thing if you like. And then gentle little side to side movements, just dipping the ears from side to side. Again, we're not trying to stretch anything out here. Nice. And then maybe dipping the chin a little and then lifting the chin up a little. We're not crunching the back of the neck. We're not trying to get our chin to our chest. It's nice little movements. Nice. And then maybe we rotate. So we're looking to the right, we're looking to the left. And just feeling in as we go along. I hope you enjoyed the practice on Monday with all of the different movements that we did of the throat, the neck, the shoulders. Okay, come back to center and just be here for a moment. And then press down into your sit bones and see if you can grow tall. So a nice tall seated mountain pose, and find length through the neck. Let your shoulders be drawing down away from your ears. So we're not, lifting everything up to be tall. We're just pressing down through the sit bones and lifting and lengthening the spine, and everything else is relaxing down. And then let that go. Just let everything relax. Kind of let your spine compress a little, just into its natural position. And then go again. Lift. Feel the length in your neck. And then relax, soften. And then do that once more. These little movements we can do at any time. Just to check in, to, mobilize the body a little. Can add to them, of course. But today we're just focusing on the neck, just settling back down again now. Oh, excuse me. We're just going to do one little arm circle and bringing our hands back to our heart space. So just taking a moment, this is the last of the movement before we get into the pranayama. So inhale, lift. Maybe you look up, gathering that energy. And then exhale your way back down. And imagine that energy coming all the way down through the crown, through the third eye, through the throat, to the heart. Let's take a moment here. And bring your hands back down now. Just taking a moment to feel in. Just a little pause. And then come to your natural breath. So just noticing the length, the natural length of your inhale and the natural length of your exhale. Notice the path that it takes down into the lungs. And can you feel it as it moves back toward the back of the throat and down the throat? I'm going to move closer now. We're not engaging ujjayi. We're not trying to lengthen at all. We're just bringing awareness to the natural breath and how it flows through the throat. And yes, you may be aware of it changing on its own. That's okay. Notice the tiny little pauses between each breath. So notice after the inhale, there's a little tiny pause, then there's the exhale, and then there's a slightly longer pause while we wait for the inhale. Just becoming aware of the whole of the breath cycle. We're not changing it, we're not holding our breath. But you just notice the suspension. So it's almost like it's floating as we wait. Just sitting at the top, waiting to tip down into the exhale. Now I'd like you to extend the breath a little more now. So stay with the same length of your inhale. You can count if you like, but I think we might just, follow the breath and how long we think it is. Just get a sense of its length rather than counting, I think, today. But just a natural inhale. Allow for that tiny little pause, and then can you exhale just a tiny bit longer? Wait for the pause, inhale, natural length, exhaling, slightly longer. So that means, you might feel a bit of engagement in the belly to push a little bit more breath out. And we're not trying to double it or anything like that. We're just trying to lengthen the exhale. Excuse me. And then notice the little pause at the end of the exhale, that slightly longer pause. almost as if the exhale, you're really sinking in, even after you've even after you've let go of the breath, you still feel like you're kind of sinking into the exhale. And then all of a sudden the body says, okay, it's time to come up and out. It's following that. And feeling that stillness that's within that pause. The element here in this chakra, in the throat chakra, is ether or space. And that's the quality that we're finding when we slip into the stillness of our practice. Stillness in our body, in our breath, in our mind. And we find that in the pause of the breath. It's a really important piece of VISUDDHA chakra. Okay, now just let that go. We're going to do some mantra. So, as I said, you can use your hands, or maybe even you might want to just hold a gentle touch to your throat. Now, the mantra here, the Biija mantra, is hung, H-U-N-G. Again, I'm going to double check that. Yeah. Trust yourself. Hung. So we'll inhale, we'll exhale Om, Hung, Namaha, and just lightly touch the throat chakra. And we'll do that 3 times aloud. We'll do it 3 times, whispering to ourselves quietly. And then we'll do 3 times silently. Okay? And then I'll guide you from there into meditation. So when you're ready, inhale the arms open, almost as if you're inviting in energy. Exhaling, Om, Hum, Namaha. Inhale, Om, Hum, Namaha. Enjoy that little pause between the mantras. Inhale, Om, Hum, Namaha. Take a little pause here. Okay, 3 quietly. Om, Hum, Namaha. Pause while you wait for the inhale. Enjoy the silence. Om, Hum, Namaha. Last one, like this. Om, Hum, Namaha. Again, a little pause. And then 3 silently to yourself, but really tuning in now to that pause between the repetitions, between the mantras. And the last one, just feeling into that sensation around the throat. And then release your hands. Keep the awareness at the throat center. VISUDDHA Chakra. Feeling in there. The breath is soft and subtle. The purifying chakra. The chakra of self-actualization. We begin to make things happen. Things, our desires begin to come to fruition. The element is space, ether. The deity is Panchavaktra, the 5 faces of Shiva. The one who sees in all directions. Imagine yourself sitting on top of a mountain with the ability to see everything. Picture a white elephant, the animal of this chakra, Ayurveda, but he's white, he's returned and he's white, he's been purified of his animal instincts. Visualize a white elephant. The colour and the shape here, the colours change, like similar to how colours would change, or when oil's sitting on top of the water. And the shape changes. So that is our focus, this swirling, changing, shifting colour. Keeping your focus there. And then just choose something. Maybe it's the 5 faces of Shiva. Maybe it's the white elephant. Maybe it's the swirling, changing colours. Choosing one thing and just sitting with that in your mind's eye. Focused here, place it here at the throat chakra. And can you place it in that stillness that you found in the pause? That spaciousness. Keeping your awareness at the throat chakra. Excuse me. And maybe your mind's going through all of the symbols that are within this chakra. Maybe you are just focusing on one thing, planting it in that spaciousness of the throat, of the pores. This chakra is the last of the elements, the bridge between those elements and the spiritual realm. If you lose the focus, that's okay, just gently guiding your way back. You might drop into the pause at the end of the exhale to again find that space, and then plant one of the symbols into that spaciousness. When we sit in this chakra and we've worked with the chakras that have come before it, you may have little insights come that help guide you toward actualizing your desire, toward bringing it to fruition, whatever that may be. You may have little steps come in to guide you. Take this step first. Panchavakra is the one who has the deep insight and deep intuition. So know that when we meditate here, we can begin to have those insights. I encourage you to stay longer if you would like to stay longer. If and when you're ready to come out, slowly reground. You might like to just bring the energy back to the heart space. Feel your feet on the floor. And then when you're finished, maybe even writing down some of those insights that you had. Thanks for joining me. I hope you enjoyed that practice. Take your time coming out and moving into your day. Namaste.